Thank you very much for this opportunity to present the Chartis STORM 50 event here. My name is Peter Kolm, and I'm going to be talking about real-world machine learning ops in asset management. And I'd also like to thank my collaborators at ISOT, a Swiss fintech startup. And in particular, I want to thank Nino Antolin Fantolin, who's head of research for ISOT, and Stefan Klauser and Lucas Sieber. Now, machine learning in finance. So while in many areas we have seen a really fast adoption of machine learning, the financial industry is very much emerging when it comes to machine learning technology. And I think it has only been fully embraced by a few. The majority of these early adopters are often small shops, often focused on the development of machine learning technology for very specific and highly specialized financial applications. And typically what we see is that people working at these firms is often a mix of individuals with strong backgrounds in machine learning and computer science, or a long experience in finance. Now, having been involved in financial machine learning, both from an academic and an industry perspective for a number of years now, there are two observations that are becoming very clear to me. And number one is that machine learning is here to stay. And number two is that machine learning will shape the future of the financial industry. By way of example, there are many use cases now that clearly demonstrate that machine learning tools and applications succeed in many areas, such as that of trading, data-driven portfolio and asset management, robo-advisory, fraud detection, personalization and client customization, customer support, and Q&A support, to mention just a few. I think that we are now at a very interesting juncture in time with many great opportunities ahead. Just like in many other industries, I think that machine learning would be a key differentiator in the financial industry. And as you can see here in the chart on the right, we are seeing an increase in its adoption in a number of different areas. But interestingly enough, if you look towards the bottom, you can see that trading, portfolio management, and asset management applications are lagging behind. Now, what are some of the key challenges in machine learning, and specifically machine learning in finance? I think that some of them, the key challenges here is not the lack of machine learning models that we have, but rather, one, operationalizing them, and two, putting them into production, and third, continuously maintaining them. And a lot of research efforts, of course, have gone into exploring and building different machine learning models to solve the types of problems that we encounter in finance. But I think it's fair to say that much less effort have gone into thinking about how to best deploy these types of models at the business level. Now, machine learning models can be compared to living organisms, right? Once developed and deployed, they are very challenging to maintain. For example, the machine learning models and the systems, they need continuous data inputs. They need to be monitored. Models often need to be retrained based on the feedback that we receive from actions, but also from users. And we also need to track all of these changes, partly to better understand how our models behave and what actions they take in certain environments, but in the financial area also for regulatory reasons. And this is where machine learning ops comes in. Machine learning ops stands for machine learning operations, and it's a discipline that combines machine learning, DevOps practices, and data engineering, and it's geared towards improving efficiency, reliability, scalability of the entire machine learning development process. And here you can see an example of the range of processes that includes, on the left-hand side, data preparation and management, model training, and as we travel from left to right, we see testing and validation, model deployment, monitoring, and also feedback loops for ongoing improvement. At ISOC, we have experienced a number of benefits from developing our own best practices when it comes to MLOps for financial modeling. And these include things such as that of faster and more reliable model development, better scalability and reproducibility of our machine learning workflows, improved model performance and accuracy, and easier maintenance of the models that we have. And another benefit of the MLOps that we have developed at ISOC is to ensure that the models are aligned with the business goals of the company, as well as that of the various regulatory requirements. Now I'm going to share two brief use cases with you. And the first one here that you're seeing is a machine learning driven crypto portfolio. This portfolio has been developed as a tool for clients to manage different holdings in cryptocurrencies based on their own customizable criteria, their objectives, and their constraints that they may have. And you see an example of such a portfolio here in the graph that's been designed by a customer with the goal of outperforming a basket of the most liquid cryptocurrencies while exhibiting a significantly better risk profile. Now, the backbone of this crypto portfolio strategy and strategies that we have in many other asset classes that we're active in is a full cloud-based machine learning system that we have developed for asset management. And if you follow me here from left to right, you can see on the left-hand side, customers can input their criteria, their objectives, constraints, things of that nature. The system can take many different kinds of data inputs of different shapes and forms. Some of this might be categorical data, some of it might be a time series data of higher frequencies or lesser frequencies. This data needs to be managed and cleaned. And for machine learning models that require features, features are engineered on the fly, either for training or for real-time use. And then you can also see, as we progress towards the right-hand side, a number of the different models that are held within this system that then generate output in terms of advice, whether it is forecasting predictions of returns or risk, or providing advice in terms of trades or portfolio weights in different shapes and forms. Where is this going? Where is the financial industry going when it comes to machine learning based application? I think it's fair to say that machine learning in finance today is a pretty siloed practice. And this inherently leads to a number of problems, right? So one is the low development deployment ratio. There are many models that are developed in research, but very few that are being deployed in practice. Also, this is a highly inefficient use of the scarce talent that's needed to develop these kinds of systems and models. And also, it requires quite a high energy consumption. I think that in the future, we may see the emergence of what I would think about as custodians of financial machine learning models. So here, a custodian or a custodian platform, I'm thinking about that as a software system or service that provides secure storage, management, and administration of machine learning models, training data, feature sets, model metadata, so on and so forth. And platforms of this kind may offer features such as that of version control, collaboration tools, access control, auditing and reporting capabilities. And it will also help ensure the security, the integrity, and the reproducibility of the machine learning workflows and the models, right? These are features that I think are particularly important for an industry such as that of the financial industry that is so heavily regulated. A custodian platform can also help in managing machine learning assets across different kinds of environments and deployment scenarios, right? Such as that of the cloud, on premises, or edge devices. It can also facilitate the deployment and monitoring of machine learning models, as well as enable continuous improvement through feedback loops and versioning. And finally, I think a custodian platform would help organizations manage the complexity and the risks associated with machine learning development and deployment, while enabling them to leverage the benefits of this technology for their businesses. So with that, I'd like to thank you for your time and your attention here today, and I welcome any questions or comments that you may have. Please do feel free to reach out. Thank you very much.